Good morning, student. Today we are going to start the revision of ratio. Okay, beta? Ratio. It's the last chapter of the term 1 examination. Ratio. First, we have to know about that. What is the meaning of ratio? Ratio means the system by which we are going to make the relation between two heads, two things, two system. Okay, beta? That is called ratio. As like that, if you want to make the relation between one and A and B, okay, so maybe A is to 2, means if you are going to take the A one head, so we are going to take the B 2 heads. Okay, by this ratio we are going to make the relation between the two heads, that is called a ratio. Okay, beta? And when we are going to utilize this all ratio in our accounting and going to make the relation between the different account or different head which is given in the financial statement, that is called accounting ratio. Okay, beta? That is called accounting ratio. Accounting ratio. Okay, clear? What is the accounting ratio? The ratio between the relation between the two heads, that is called the ratio, and this ratio we are going to utilize in our accounting or financial statement for the making the relation between the different heads for the taking of futuristic decision, that is called accounting ratio. This accounting ratio is divided in 4 parts. First, liquid ratio. First is liquid ratio, beta. Okay, first is liquid ratio. Liquid ratio. Okay, first is liquid ratio. Liquid ratio. In this liquid ratio, 2 type of ratio is coming, beta. In this liquid ratio, 2 type of ratio is coming. First one is current ratio, and second is quick ratio. Okay, first is current ratio and second is quick ratio. Okay, now I am going to explain these both ratio, current ratio and quick ratio. Just see how we are going to calculate the current ratio and quick ratio. For current ratio is equal to current assets upon current liability. Okay, beta? Current, in short form, current assets upon current liability. Now we have to know about that. What things we are taking in current assets and what things are what accounts we are taking in current liability. If we are talking about the current assets, in current assets we are going to take stock, debtors, short-term investment, bill receivable, again the closing stock, prepaid. Okay, these are we are taking in a current assets, and in current liability, creditors, bill payable, bank overdraft, outstanding, these are we are going to take in a current liability. And then all things is putting on both sides, current assets and liability, and then we are going to calculate the current ratio. Okay, beta? Clear? Next we are going for the next, and next is the quick ratio. Next is the quick ratio. Is equal to quick assets upon current liability. Okay, beta? Quick assets upon current liability. Now the problem is coming. How we are going to calculate the quick assets? First meaning, quick assets means, beta, quick assets is assets which is easily changing cash. The assets which is easily changing cash, that is called quick assets. Okay, beta? Then how we are going to calculate the quick assets? Current assets minus inventory less prepaid expense. Okay beta, upon current liability. Okay, if you want to calculate the quick assets, so then current assets minus inventory minus prepaid expense, then you are easily calculate the current assets. And then we are going to putting this current assets in the formula, quick assets in the formula, and divide by current liability. By that we are easily calculate the what? We are calculate what beta? Quick ratio. Okay. Now we are going for the next. Next is solvency ratio. In this ratio, we are going to calculate the first debt equity ratio. First debt equity ratio. Formula is debt upon equity. Okay, beta? Debt upon equity. And here debt means long-term borrows or long-term loan. Okay, beta? Debt means long-term borrows or long-term loan, and equity means shareholder fund. Okay, beta? Equity means beta shareholder funds. Okay, in the debt we are going to take the long-term borrows. In the long-term borrows, all long-term is like a debtors, bank loan, long-term loan, that we are going to take in a debtors, and equity that is equal to the shareholder fund. And in shareholder fund beta, equity share, preference share, reserve surplus, profit, these we are going to take in a equity. Okay beta? And then divide, and then you are getting the debt equity ratio. Second is total assets to debt ratio. It's a total assets upon debt. Okay beta? Total assets upon debt. In this total assets, any side of balance sheet you can take as like a total assets. And if it's not given, current assets and non-current assets, you are going to add the current assets and non-current assets. By that you can calculate the total assets. Debts again same, long-term debt we are going to take here, and by that we can easily calculate the what? Total assets to debt ratio. Next is the proprietary ratio. Next is the proprietary ratio. Equity upon total assets. Okay, I think well known about the equity. Equity means again shareholder fund, and total assets means any side of balance sheet, or you can say current assets plus non-current assets is equal to total assets. Okay, beta? Clear? Okay, now going for the next, interest coverage ratio. Okay, interest coverage ratio. Is equal to profit before interest and tax upon beta fixed interest charge. Okay beta, it means first we are going to calculate the profit before interest and tax. If net profit is given, then we are going to add the interest and tax. Okay beta, then we are going to add the interest and tax. Okay beta, clear? And then fixed interest charge, the interest which is charged on the debenture or fixed loan, that we are going to take here. Okay, that will charge on the fixed loan or debenture, that interest we are going to take here only. Okay beta, clear? Clear or not? Clear है बेटा? Okay. Then we are going for the next ratio, solvency ratio. In that ratio, first is inventory turnover ratio. Inventory turnover ratio. Inventory turnover ratio is equal to beta. Inventory turnover ratio is equal to cost of revenue from operation. Cost of revenue from operation upon average inventory. Okay beta. Cost of revenue from operation upon average inventory. Okay. Cost of revenue from operation means cost of goods sold beta. Cost of revenue from operation means cost of goods sold. And I think you will know about the cost of goods sold. Cost of goods sold is equal to opening stock, opening inventory plus purchase plus direct expense and less closing inventory. Opening inventory, purchase, direct expense, less closing inventory. One more formula is there. Sales less gross profit. Okay beta? Or revenue from operation less gross profit. These two formula we can use for the calculation of cost of goods sold or cost of revenue from operation. Okay beta? Clear? Next ratio, trade receivable turnover ratio. Trade receivable turnover ratio beta. Okay? Trade receivable turnover ratio is equal to credit sell. Okay beta? Credit sell upon average trade receivable. Okay beta? Credit sell upon average trade receivable. Okay? And how we are going to calculate the average trade receivable? Opening trade receivable plus closing trade receivable divided by 2. Same way, next formula, trade payable turnover ratio is equal to net credit purchase upon average trade payable. Okay? Credit purchase upon average trade payable. Okay beta? Last ratio, working capital turnover ratio. Cost of revenue from operation account debit. Revenue from operation upon working capital beta. Okay? Revenue from operation upon working capital. I think you will know about the working capital. Working capital is equal to current assets upon current liability. Okay beta? These are the formula which we are going to utilize in the ratio. Okay? In next class we are going to take the next ratios. Okay? Thank you.